Hi everyone, thanks for making it onto your mat this morning and joining me for our yoga practice today, our Vinyasa flow. So it's going to be an all-round body flow today, a lot of strength work, so please do listen to your body, and if at any time you need to come down to child's pose or kneeling position to take a little bit of rest, then please do so. So we will start on our backs, so coming down onto your back, options with the legs either out long in front of you, with the legs a little bit wider than hip width distance, and allow the legs totally to relax. And then the arms down beside you with the hands roughly mat's width distance and the palms turning up towards the ceiling. If this is uncomfortable, then of course bend the knees for your lower back, especially if you've got lower back issues. This is quite a nice way to start. So coming to your comfortable pose on your back, and then close down the eyes and just pause here. So take a few moments to arrive, settle the body, making any fidgets to get as comfortable as possible, where we can then come to our stillness and tune into our breath. So do whatever you need to do to get comfortable. Good. And then once you feel comfortable, come to stillness and start to connect to the breath. So breathing in through the nose, allow the belly to fully rise as you inhale. This sense of expansion, almost like you're filling up a balloon. And then exhale to soften and release, becoming a little bit heavier onto your mat. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Sometimes it can be quite nice to count the breaths, so maybe inhale for 4 or 5. Exhale for 5 or 6, so that exhale is a little bit longer than the inhale. Good, continuing this with your own breath, your own rhythm. Good, just a little bit longer here. Just noticing what the thoughts are doing. Are they chatting away to you, going elsewhere? Or are they with you on your mat? And so the breath is really powerful to help the mind become present. So we can never pause or stop our thoughts, but we can help and learn to not attach onto them. Good, slowly opening the eyes. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. Imagine someone's drawing you up by your arms and down by your feet. Good. Then hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe give yourself a little rock and roll side to side, just easing over the lower back. Good. And then come to stillness. Lengthen the left leg along the mat and keep the right knee hugging in. Take your hands interlaced around the shin. So if you're feeling a little bit of compression through the joint here, you can draw the right thigh slightly outside the ribcage just to give you a bit more space. Breathing here. Good. And then reach for the outer edge of the right foot, coming to your half happy baby. Keep both shoulders nice and heavy, rooting the hips down, but take the breath to wherever you're feeling it. So the inhale creates space, the exhale surrenders. Good. So from here, coming into our twist, we're going to draw the right leg across towards the left, swap hands, and then draw the right leg all the way across, coming into our little twist. Good. Right arm can either be cactus or lengthened out or even up above, doing whatever feels good for you, and just breathing here through the spine. You might even feel a little opener through the outer right hip. Good. One more breath here. Good. On your next inhale, coming back to center, coming into half happy baby for one breath. Good. And then release that right leg down. Excellent. Left leg comes in, interlacing the hands around the left shin. Bringing it thigh slightly outside the rib cage if you're feeling any impingement here. Good. Just checking in with the jaw. Sometimes we can clench the jaw, so just find softness through the jaw. Reach the outer left foot, coming into half happy baby. Good. So not forcing the body here. We're still so early into our practice. We've got time. We just want to be gentle, mindful, and open those places within the body mindfully. Good. Now coming into our twist, so swap the left hand with the right hand. Draw the left foot leg across and either goalpost the left arm or lengthen it out if you've got space. And take the breath to wherever you're feeling it. Good. Keep that belly connection, so the inhale creates space. We want to be deep belly breathing here rather than short, shallow chest breathing. Good. One more breath here. Nice. On your next inhale, drawing the left leg back, coming to half happy baby for breath. Good. And then release the left foot down. Bring the right foot up to meet the left. And bring the feet roughly hip width distance apart, and bring the arms down beside you and walk the heels back just so that you can skim maybe the middle finger of the hand. So coming into our bridge rolls here. So before we start, think about pressing the lower back down into the mat. So imagine you're squishing a strawberry. Lift up through the pelvic floor, squeeze the glutes, press the feet firmly into the mat. As we inhale, lift the hips nice and high, keep that glute activation. Good. And then the exhale places each part of the spine down onto the mat. Keep the connection with the glutes and the core. And then once we've placed the tailbone down, release the glutes. Good. Again, we squeeze, press the feet down as we lift the hips, keeping that deep activation, sending the hips as high as we can, keeping the shoulders soft. Exhale, slowly release. The glutes are active the whole time, so imagine you're squeezing a pencil between your butt cheeks. Good. Again, inhale. And then also imagine you've got a block between your inner thighs, so you're squeezing the inner thighs just for a little bit of extra strength work here. Exhale. Good. So the inhale lifts us up, the exhale lowers us. Again, inhale. Use the whole length of the breath and the whole length of the exhale to lower the hips down. Good. Again, two more. Exhale. Good, last one. Exhale to release. Good, and then pause here. Just allow the glutes to release here. Well done. So coming into our core work. So what we want to do is stack the knees over the hips. It's very easy here for the thighs, the knees to overshoot too close to the chest. But try to keep the knees over the hips, squeeze the belly and press the lower back into the mat. So options here, we're either going to do toe taps, so lower, single toe taps. So we lower one heel down on the inhale, the exhale draws it back up, or for two toe taps, but double toe taps. So just listen to the neck, listen to the shoulders, keep that belly drawing in nice and firmly, pressing the lower back down, so that deep connection. Good. So when we're ready, inhale. Just hover the heels off, we're not actually touching them. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Soft through the jaw. Good. Exhale. So moving slowly with control, building strength within the core, but also building that heat and fire within the body. Good. Keep squeeze the belly in. So if you think of squeezing it, squeeze it just a little bit more. Protect the lower back. Good. If at any point you're feeling backache, come back to those single taps, okay? You're still building strength, but it's just less intense from the lower back. Good, two more here. Well done. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe give yourself a little roll. I certainly have built heat within the body there, so hopefully you have too. Get nice and warm. Good. Another core exercise before we come into our flow, so our oblique crunches. So what we're going to do is interlace the hands around the head, and then we're going to lift the knees over the hips and then draw the knees towards the right, okay? So you might need to have a shuffle so the hips are roughly in line with the shoulders. Good, and the head is nice and heavy. Tuck the chin slightly, squeeze the belly in. As we exhale, we're going to draw the left elbow towards the left hip. Squeeze here. Inhale to release. So just make sure it's not coming from the neck. We're squeezing the belly. Exhale. Inhale. Good. 8 more. Good. Keep squeezing the belly. Squeeze a little bit harder at the top. Good, so we want the whole left shoulder to peel off. 5 more, I think. 3, 2, 1, and we hold it, and we do little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Release the head, shoulders back down, draw the knees back to center. Just take a moment to realign the hips in the middle of the mat, and then stack the knees over the hips. Bring the knees over to the left, maybe adjust the hips a little bit, and coming into our crunches to this side. Good. So take a deep breath in here. Head is nice and heavy. As we exhale, right elbow towards the right hip. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Head is heavy. Keep the chin tucked. Squeeze all the way up. A little extra squeeze at the top. Good. 7 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and hold. We pause for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Release it down. Draw the knees to center, align the hips in the middle of the mat. Give yourself a full body stretch. Just ease out over that belly and then hug the knees in towards the chest. Good. And we're going to rock and roll up and down the spine. So take the hands to behind the knees. Of course, if you'd rather come to one side to press yourself up, then please do so. But when you're ready, coming a few times, rolling up and down the spine. Good. Until we make it all the way to the top of the mat. Good. We're going to cross the legs, come to our tabletop position. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Joint stacking, so wrists under, elbows under shoulders, knees underneath hips. So coming into our cat-cow. So inhale to tilt the pelvis, belly lowers, chest draws through, gaze comes forwards, keep the shoulders soft. Exhale, belly draws in, chin comes into the chest, press a little bit extra into the hands to create that lovely dome between the shoulders. Inhale. Maybe close the eyes if that feels good for you. Exhale, so use the whole length of the breath. Good, so the whole inhale draws you to your cow pose. Your whole exhale to your cat. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, and then pause here. So transitioning into our downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under. Send the hips nice and high. Good, and just bend the knees as much as needed here. So bear in mind this is our first down dog, not forcing the body in any way. Spread the fingers nice and wide, coming to a comfortable position with your hands and your shoulders. Especially if you've got tight shoulders, maybe bringing the hands a little bit wider can be a bit more comfortable. Sending the hips nice and high, thinking about that length through the spine, and then start to pedal through. the feet. So bending into one knee and then the other. Good. Keep the belly activation. Think about the shoulders softening away from the ears. It's going to be quite hard here as gravity and the weight's coming into the hands. And then think about the neck and head being soft. So you might want to nod the head yes, no a few times. Good. And then pause and come to stillness. As we inhale, we're going to ripple forwards to our high plank, articulating the spine. Good. Pause here. So press into the hands, squeeze in the thighs, draw the belly in towards the spine. Nice and strong pose here. Good. Release the knees, untap the toes. As we exhale, elbows hugging in, lower all the way down. Good. As we inhale, press the pubic bone, tops of the feet down, come into our baby cobra. Maybe lift the hands just to double check that the back's strengthening here. Exhale to release. Inhale to press back onto the knees, tap the toes, exhaling downward facing dog. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale, coming forwards. So pause in our plank first. Exhale, release the knees, untap the toes, lower all the way down. Keep the elbows in, building strength through the back to the arms. Inhale, baby cobra, release the hands. Make sure that the tops of the feet are pressing down, the glutes are nice and active. Exhale, release. Inhale, press back onto the knees, tap the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Good, last one. Inhale. Good. Option to lower through full plank to your belly or with the knees down. Good. Coming forwards, lowering, squeeze the glutes all the way down. Untap the toes. Inhale for cobra. Maybe a little higher. Just check that the back's doing most of the work here. Exhale to release. Inhale, coming onto your knees. Tuck the toes. Exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale here. And exhale. Gazing forward. Bend the knees. Walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat, coming to our ragdoll. So inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, soften the head. Either keep the arms dangling down or maybe take hold of opposite elbows, gently sway side to side. Nod the head yes and no a few times just to ease anything in the neck. Good. And then pause and come to stillness. Release the hands, scoop the belly in. As we inhale, slowly rise. Unless you have low blood pressure, in which case come up with the exhale. Good, the head's the last thing to stack on top of the spine. Nice. Shoulders come up to the ears, back and down. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to come to show you sideways on. So coming to our standing side stretches. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, catch the left wrist with the right arm. Inhale to find length, exhale, side bend to the right. So the hips come out towards the left, ground down through the feet, zip up through the front thighs, belly is active. Good. Inhale to come back to center, change the grip. Inhale finds length, exhale over to the left. Good. Breathing here. Well done. Inhale to center, exhale to release the hands down. Good, so coming through 3 rounds of our sun salutation A, our Surya Namaskar B. So option to either bring the big toes to touch or slightly parting the ankles, or the feet can be hip width distance apart. So choose your comfort, bring your hands to your heart center in your prayer pose and Jali Mudra. As we inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, soften the knees as we fold down to our forward fold. Bend the knees as much as needed, bring the weight slightly forwards into the toes. Crown of the head is heavy, neck is soft. Inhale for your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, ground the hands, step the right foot back, left foot follows in plank. Strong pose here, good. Squeeze in the thighs, belly's active. Either lower down to your cobra with your knees down or through full plank, or you can lower down through your high plank to your upward facing dog. Whichever you choose, strength through the glutes, strength through the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, the right leg steps forwards, the left foot follows. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, come all the way up, maybe baby back bend. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, left foot steps back, right foot follows, pause and plank. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, left foot steps forward, right foot follows as we inhale, come to our halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale. Exhale as we fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. This time either step back to plank or hop back to chaturanga with bent elbows. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, walk, step, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Well done. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, walk, step, float lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good, and pause here, release the hands down. Connect to the breath, building that heat within the body, but also increasing that heart rate. Good. Maybe taking on a little bit of water. Well done. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, sweep the right leg into the air. Flex the foot slightly, internally rotate the hip. Exhale, draw the right in towards the nose, coming into a three-legged plank. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Exhale, right knee to the outside of the right elbow, drawing the shoulders over the wrists. Good. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right knee across to the left elbow. Squeeze the belly. Inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale, draw the right in towards the nose. Flex a foot, draw the right thigh a little closer towards the chest. Can we step that right foot to the top of the mat? Release the left knee down. Good. Option to keep the toes tucked or untucked. Just check about, find your setup, so right knee over the ankle, foot travelling forwards. And we want to work with our strength here. So think about pressing the right foot down and draw the right heel to the back of the mat, and the left knee down and draw the left knee forward. So we're nice and active. Squeeze the glutes as we inhale, come up to our low lunge. Good. So use the core to find that length through the torso. Active through the hands. Good. So inhale here. Our exhale is twist and open to the right. Good. Inhale. Exhale, twist and open to the right. Again, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to come to center. Ground down through the right foot. Squeeze the glutes as we lift the left knee, coming to our high lunge. Nice and strong through that left foot, that left leg. Scissoring the inner thighs together. Inhale here. Exhale, twist towards the right knee. We'll just find your balance. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come to center. Bring the hands to the hips. Right hand stays to the hip. Sweep the left arm up. Reach forwards. Ground the left hand down. Good. Next to the right foot. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift through the left thigh. As we twist to the right, reach the right arm up. Our twisted runner's lunge. Inhale and exhale. Good. So from here, bring the right hand to the hip. Start to walk the right foot towards 3 o'clock. So we want the toes, the foot facing out. Right knee stacked over the ankle. Then start to scissor onto the outer edge of the left foot. Okay? So right foot's facing 3 o'clock, we're on the outer edge of the left foot. Ground the left hand down, strong through the shoulder. Good. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, soften the hips down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Right hand, right hip, stepping back to plank. Option, lower the left knee, stay in your plank like this, or stack the feet. Good. Lift the hips up, reach the right arm up. Nice and strong here. Imagine your hips coming up towards the ceiling. Good. Float the right leg up if that's an option. Right hand comes to the right hip. And wherever we are, bend into the right knee. With control, slowly step the right foot to the top of the mat. Good. Coming into our runner's lunge. Nice. Well done. Find your foundation, your base. Strong through the feet, strong through the legs. As we inhale, come up to our high lunge. Good. Transitioning to our warrior 3. So bring the hands to your heart center. Either step the left foot in a few times, or you can step forwards, float the left leg up. So find length through the right leg. So imagine your warrior 3 being like a seesaw. Internally rotate this left hip, squeeze the glutes. Good. Imagine you're pressing the left heel against a wall, and then bring the arms behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, think cobra with the shoulders and the chest, and gaze down at your focal point. Good. As we inhale, soften into that right knee. Draw that left leg through, keep the left knee bent. As we reach the arms up overhead, flex the left foot, really draw that left thigh towards the chest. Good. Inhale. Exhale, open towards the left. Strong through that right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, transition to warrior 3. Good. Strong through the leg. Imagine you're moving through treacle each time. Inhale, soften the right knee. Bend the left knee. As we come back up, flex the left foot. Exhale, open to the left. Good. Inhale. Exhale, transition to warrior 3. Nice. Last time. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, open. Well done. Inhale, come up. This time we're going to transition to warrior 3. Soften the right knee, lightly step the left foot back as we inhale, reach up to our high lunge. Well done. Exhale, fold the hands down beside the right foot. Step back to plank, come through your vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the left leg into the air. Flex the foot slightly, internally rotate the hip. Exhale, left knee comes in towards the nose. 3-legged plank. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Good. Inhale.